Let me tell you something most men don't realize until it's far too late. When a woman sees that you've moved on, truly moved on, not with another body, but with your spirit, your energy, your peace, she feels it. Not through texts, not through mutual friends, not even through social media. She feels it in the silence. Because here's the truth a woman knows when she no longer lives rent-free in your mind. She can sense it when your attention no longer bends her way. And that shakes her more than anything else. See, most women walk away thinking you won't. They think you'll chase, beg, bleed your dignity dry for another chance. They expect your world to collapse. But when you don't break, when you build, when your glow returns and your life expands beyond her orbit, oh, she feels that. Suddenly, she questions everything. Was I wrong? Did I lose someone irreplaceable? Has he really become the man I thought he couldn't? And the irony. That's often the moment she wishes she stayed. But you're not the same man anymore. You've evolved. This is not about revenge, and it's not about making her jealous. It's about you stepping into your value. Because when you heal, she feels. When she walked away, she didn't expect silence. She expected the late night texts, the "I miss you" messages, the emotional breakdowns masked behind drunken calls. She thought you'd spiral emotionally, mentally, even physically. Not because she wanted to see you suffer, but because she believed she mattered that much. In her mind, she was your peace, your anchor, your everything. So if she leaves, the ship should sink, right? But it didn't. You didn't. You see, many women walk away believing they hold the emotional upper hand. Society has taught them that men don't process breakups, that you just move on fast. Hop to the next girl, repress, distract. But the truth is you felt it. Deeply you broke, but not loudly. You mourned the dreams, the plans, the shared routines. You wrestled with your ego, your regrets, your what ifs. But you did it in silence. And in that silence, something began to shift. You started building. Day by day, piece by piece, you got up. The gym became therapy. Your career became purpose. The mirror no longer reflected a broken man. It revealed a man rebuilding his foundation. And she didn't see that coming. Because what she expected was weakness. What she saw was resilience. You didn't chase her. You didn't try to convince her. You transformed. And that transformation, it disrupted her narrative. She thought your world would pause without her. Instead, it evolved. Now, here's the part that hits differently. When a woman expects you to stay broken and realizes you've become even better without her, it forces her to confront a painful truth. She might have misjudged your worth. But listen closely, because this is where many men get it wrong. Don't grow to prove her wrong. Grow to prove yourself right, your strength, your value, your capacity to rise. Because the most powerful revenge is not revenge at all. It's peace. It's progress. It's becoming the man you were always meant to be, with or without her. So let her feel the weight of her assumptions. Let your silence echo louder than your pain. Because when she expected you to stay broken, and you didn't, that's the moment she realized you were never the weak one. Every time she sees you smiling again, genuinely smiling, something stirs inside her. It's subtle at first. A pause. A lingering look at your latest photo, a flash of emotion she can't quite name. But it's there. And it grows with every version of you she no longer recognizes. See, she thought she knew all of you. She thought she had experienced the best parts of you. But what she's witnessing now is a man who leveled up after the heartbreak. A man who used pain as fuel, not to hurt others, but to heal himself. Now you dress sharper. You walk taller. Your eyes no longer carry the desperation of someone looking for closure. They carry direction, focus, freedom. And here's the kicker. Every ounce of your growth reminds her of the love she couldn't keep. Every success, every gym selfie, every achievement you no longer share with her. It screams something she never wanted to admit. He didn't need me to become better. He needed me to leave. That truth. It's a hard one to swallow, because when she left, she thought she was leaving behind a man who would crumble without her validation. But now, watching from the sidelines, she sees something terrifying to her ego. You're not only okay, you're thriving. And the most painful part, you're becoming the man she always hoped you'd be. The version she complained about not seeing. The man she tried to change, fix, push into growth. He finally arrived. just not for her. That's the loss, not just of the relationship, but of the future she now wants back, but can't have. Because while she stood still in the comfort of, I moved on first, you use the silence to rebuild in ways she never imagined. So when your name comes up in conversation, she smiles politely. But inside, she remembers. Not just the memories, but the man she lost after the breakup. The one she never had the patience to meet. Understand this, King Your Glow Up isn't about showing her what she missed. It's about stepping into your wholeness. But make no mistake, she sees it. And it hurts. Silence. It's the one thing she never truly expected from you. See, she was ready for the texts, the long paragraphs, the half-hearted attempts to just talk. She anticipated the emotional begging, the familiar, I miss you, at 1 a.m., the small likes on her stories to let her know you're still there. But what happens when all of that never comes? What happens when your number stays quiet? When her notifications don't include your name? When you don't watch her stories, don't comment on her selfies, don't even accidentally react to her posts, that silence becomes deafening. Because now she's left alone with her thoughts, her doubts, and that one terrifying question, has he moved on? You see, silence, real, intentional silence, does something that no angry message ever could. It creates presence through absence. It's the loudest way to say, I no longer give you the power to affect me. And women feel that deeply. It shakes her, not because she wants you back, at least not yet, but because you've broken the pattern. She expected you to stay emotionally available, even after she left, because most men do. But you went quiet. And that silence, it's not empty. It's full of dignity, full of boundaries, full of self-respect. She starts to wonder, are you talking to someone else? Have you really healed? Are you happy without her? And that uncertainty begins to eat away at her pride. She might test you. A random, hey stranger, a fire emoji on your story, even a casual comment on a mutual friend's post, anything to provoke a reaction. But you don't respond. Not out of hate, not out of bitterness, but because you've moved inward. Your silence is not revenge, it's restoration. It's a man turning his energy back toward himself. It's you choosing peace over noise, clarity over confusion. And that's when she realizes you're no longer emotionally accessible. You've reclaimed the power she once felt entitled to. So let your silence speak. Let it echo with strength. Because sometimes the loudest message you can send is the one where you say nothing at all. Let's be clear right now, moving on and escaping are two very different things. Sleeping with a new woman days after the breakup, that's not healing. That's a distraction. Posting flashy pictures, trying to look unbothered, flexing for attention. That's not power. That's performance. And deep down, you know it. So does she. But when you move on with purpose, when you channel the pain into something bigger than both of you, you start to radiate a different kind of energy. Not bitterness. Not vengeance. But power rooted in clarity. That's when your life starts changing. You're not chasing people anymore. You're chasing growth. You're no longer consumed by the why of the breakup because you're too busy becoming a man who doesn't repeat old patterns. You hit the gym, not for a revenge body, but because you finally respect your body. You dive into your craft, not to stay busy, but because you're building something of value. Your mind sharpens, your peace expands, and your phone. It's not on standby for her texts anymore. It's focused on booking meetings, chasing goals, managing momentum. That's when she starts to feel it, because this isn't just a man who got over it. This is a man who outgrew it. And nothing terrifies someone more than realizing he's no longer emotionally available, and he's becoming someone I might not even qualify for anymore. That's the shift. Your purpose becomes your protection. You're not moved by temptation, games, or petty tests because you have direction. You're no longer trying to impress her. You're working to impress your future self. And here's the secret most men miss, that glow you now carry. It doesn't come from proving her wrong. It comes from proving you were never the version she walked away from. You were just unfinished. So move with purpose. Grow intentionally. Heal deeply. Because when you do, you don't just become a man she can't manipulate. You become a man she can no longer reach. And that king is power. You need to understand something. even when she's the one who walked away, even when she swore she was done. There comes a moment, quiet, slow, unexpected, when she starts to question it all. She'll be scrolling late at night, half-heartedly watching stories, and then yours appears. You're smiling. You look better, happier, not forced, happy, peaceful. That's when the thoughts start creeping in. Did I make the right choice? Has he really changed? Was I too quick to give up? But instead of reaching out with honesty, she masks it because pride is louder than her regrets. So she won't say, I miss you. She won't admit she thought about texting you for weeks.
No.
She'll test the waters. A subtle like a ha-ha on a meme. A message that reads, hey stranger, but really means, I still think about you. And if you respond too eagerly, if you break your peace to chase the ghost of who she was, she wins. Not because she wants you back, but because she wants to know she still could have you. But if you hold your ground, if you stay calm, if you don't take the bait, that's when it hits her you've changed, you've healed, you've moved on from the fantasy she still romanticizes. And deep down, she regrets it. Not always the relationship, but the fact that the version of you she craved, the emotionally intelligent, self-aware, grounded man, he showed up. Just not for her. But don't expect an apology. Don't expect a dramatic confession or a teary call at midnight, because that's not how pride works. She'll sit with that ache in silence. She'll replay your memories in private. And she'll wear her regret behind filtered selfies and living my best life captions. But you'll know, you'll feel it, because women have a way of showing everything without saying a word. So don't wait for her to admit she made a mistake. Let her wrestle with the weight of what she lost, while you keep building the life she thought you'd never have without her. And when she finally sees that version of you, it'll be the version she can't even reach. Let's be honest. In the beginning, all of your energy was focused on her, getting her back, proving she made a mistake, showing the world and yourself that you were good enough, strong enough, deserving enough. But that was never the real mission. Because here's the truth most men don't realize until they're in the middle of their healing. She was just the trigger. The real battle was always within you. Her leaving didn't break you. It exposed the cracks that were already there. Your need for validation, your fears of abandonment, the way you wrapped your entire identity around being loved by someone else. You didn't need her back. You needed to come back to yourself. So as time passed and the silence stretched, something powerful happened. You stopped making it about her. You stopped asking, why did she leave? And started asking, why did I need her to complete me in the first place? That shift, that's where the real healing began. You learned how to sit with your emotions without needing her to soothe them. You learned how to validate yourself without begging someone else to see your worth. And most of all, you discovered this one profound truth. You are enough, not when someone loves you, not when someone stays, but right now, as you are growing, evolving, rising. And ironically, that's when she starts to notice, not the man you were in the relationship, but the man you've become since it ended. Because you didn't just